Hello, this is Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with Nikken. And this is a production by independent consultants. It's not a corporate presentation, but we're going to be sharing about the company and the products and the philosophy and something about our personal experiences. So it'll be a good overview introduction to Nikken. Hopefully you've already been introduced by someone, and when you finish this video, do get back to them and experience the products, because that's what it's all about. So let me share my screen. Just a moment here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So Nikken is a better way to a life in balance, and it's about people, planet, and profit. And we'll talk about why it's a better way, but we ask you to make the Nikken choice. It's about active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship, and they work very much together, but you can also do one or the other, just be a customer or build a business around the products. So Nikken has a wonderful definition of success. It's pursuit of balance in all 5 pillars of health. And that's healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And it's the progressive realization of that ideal. And I fell in love with that because I had been a corporate lawyer, and I gave it up. I retired from law because I wanted more time with my family. I wanted a more positive environment. Adversarial law is not the healthiest mental environment. And I saw that a lot of the partners, their health was suffering. They were making oodles of money, but they didn't have time with their family, and their health was suffering. And fighting corporations just didn't seem to be helping society a lot either. So when I retired, to have my family, I had family time, and we had a lot of health and great positive environment. And I started writing books about family health and family communication. And I felt I was really helping society, but I thought I'd given up the big money. But Nikken allows you to do all of that, to have a healthy body, be around healthy mind, environment, and have time with your family, and be helping society and making good money. So it's truly an amazing opportunity. Whatever area there seems to be a little weak in your life, Nikken can help. And it's all about the compounding effect of our daily choices and habits. Small choices consistently over time make a radical difference in income, health, relationships, happiness, success. In less than 3 years, you can change your life entirely. It's either be at your full potential or not. And of course, modern life is creating a huge amount of stress and financial worries, health concerns, lack of time, unhealthy lifestyle, too many demands on our time, even more so since the recession, and 24/7 on our digital devices, and no time to relax, lots of family responsibilities, the sandwich generation, taking care of kids and parents, workplace conflict, and all kinds of other things in the individual case. And Nikken addresses stress directly. And of course, the main financial stress, which I was very aware of when I was counseling families, is finances. And this is the 4 quadrants developed by Robert Kiyosaki. And the 2 quadrants on the left have no leverage. Employee or self-employed. Self-employed, you have more control, but you may be the last one to be paid or not at all. And you only have so many hours in the week to earn money, and you can only charge so much. But the 95% of the wealth is controlled by the 5% of the population that are business owners, like owning a franchise like McDonald's, or investors like Warren Buffett here, who can leverage the time and efforts of others or leverage their money to create financial freedom. So having a stable financial life or even real financial freedom really depends on moving from the left side to the right side of this diagram. And but how do you do it? It takes a couple $1 million to start a major franchise like McDonald's, and it takes even more than that to be financially free like an investor. So it's hard for most people to cross that line in the middle. But the gig economy is emerging, where people are independent workers with on-demand availability for temporary or part-time assignments. And the millennials are really embracing this because they see the older generation is not secure, even if they have a fancy professional or corporate job. And a gig economy is cost efficient. You can work from home and make your own hours, so you have work-life balance, and of course increased mobility. And the growth of Uber by a factor of 1,000 in 5 years shows that people are really adding to their income with on-demand temporary assignments. And the growth of Amazon by a factor of 5 in 5 years compared to Walmart that didn't move at all shows that people are really starting businesses online. They not only shop there, but they sell there, and they do other business on Amazon. So it's a huge shift in our economy that's just being recognized by the business world. And Nikken is the perfect gig because it's easy to integrate into your life, low cost of entry. It's been around for 44 years, going on 45. And so it has a turnkey entrepreneur system that has worked. And for many great leaders who are there, we have a leadership development plan, and the leaders all help us. It's not like the corporate where the CEO tries to keep people down. In this case, the better you do in the organization, the more happy your leader is, because there's room for multiple leaders at the top. So it really is the perfect gig and a pathway to personal economic stability. So what do we do as Nikken entrepreneurs? We compound and leverage the efforts of others and utilize the gig economy to offer people opportunity and income. So we teach others to turn purpose into profits, find and support customers, and create a team of entrepreneurs, and create a community of like-minded people who love autonomy and personal development, but are also part of a team to create wealth and wellness around the world. So this is a pretty picture of what we do, our Nikken path. We join Nikken and share the wonderful products and our business opportunity and Nikken's cause of a world of wellness. And we invite them to enjoy the different parts as whatever they choose, make their own Nikken choice. And Nikken does all the heavy lifting, the tough stuff that corporations, a multinational corporation can do with the research and development, the warehousing, the operations, the accounting, the inventory, the shipping, and all of that. We are the marketing arm, and word of mouth is the best marketing. So Nikken pays us very well with commissions, special offers, incentives, bonuses, and lots of recognition and luxury trips. So the cash flow engine comes from our amazing products. So you get whatever you're comfortable with to get started and get on the monthly support for your consumables, and then upgrade to what we call a wellness home. We want every wellness home to be, every home to be a wellness home, and then add users. If you're building the business, you can be adding strangers or just friends and family. And then Nikken is always innovating with new products that support wellness and total health. So it's a continuous flow. Once you have a customer, they will probably go for other products and keep up with the innovations. So this is what our little model is, with you or me at the center with our wellness home. And we find customers, and we have at least 5 who are building their wellness home, adding products to their environment, and then find 3 consultants, 3 people who want to build the business with us, and they are our consultant team. And the way we share with each other and educate our new people is the ABC system. It's just like if I'm sitting with a friend and tell them about a great movie, they'll be more impressed if I can say, hey, Joni, what do you think about this movie? And Joni says, oh, I love it too. So the possible consumer, your C, will be impressed by the A, Joni, as well as by your testimonials. So it really, really works to get a couple of perspectives. And then as soon as the consumer, the new person is a consultant, they can become a B or a C right away. So the support system sustains our growth, and each person builds an organization, and we all help each other. And the silver, gold, platinum, diamond is the different levels. As you become more valuable marketer to the company, you've brought more people to Nikken. And all our teams work together because we have 7 billion people to get to, and we all help each other. What goes around comes around. So you can count how many seeds are in an apple, but not how many apples are in the seed. And we have wonderful leaders who have touched millions, literally millions of lives. So that's a wonderful natural evidence of how we grow organically. And this is a diagram of how the compensation works. At the top of the cone is you or me with our wellness home and our team. And down the left side are our consultants, 3 who get 3, who get 3, who get 3, who get 3. And each of them has at least 5 customers. So each of the consultants has their 5 customers, so that's where the 45 and 135 come from. And then at the top is our income as leaders of our organization. And once you have 3 leaders who have 3 leaders, you'll be earning at least $500 a month. And then these are monthly numbers. And then once you have maybe 20 consultants or so, you'll be getting at least $1,000 a month, and platinum up to $5,000 a month, and so on. So we certainly have royal diamonds and actually royal ambassadors who make tens of thousands a month, which is really phenomenal. And this is all based on people just spending $100 or so a month on their consumables. So it can go a lot faster than that even. And these are all our different benefits, and whoever sent you to this webinar can share them with you. So now I'm going to talk about why Nikken works. I never would have jumped into network marketing if we didn't have absolutely unique products. And the Nikken Wellness Home is based on that same idea, the compounding effect of our daily choices for health. And the health environment today is worse than it was 20 years ago when I started Nikken. Stress levels are off the charts, and stress is involved in all the major degenerative conditions that shorten our lives and reduce our quality of life. Heart disease, diabetes, fatigue, allergies, sleep problems, weight problems, and so on. And stress, you see sleep in the news all the time. California just passed a law that schools had to start later because all the science shows that kids need more sleep. So they have, in the next 3 years, California has to lower the time for starting school. And 1 poor night's sleep drops your immune system by 60% immediately. Plus memory is worse, and they urge college kids to get sleep before an exam because memory doesn't work as well if you haven't slept. And of course, air and water pollution are huge. 7 million premature deaths annually are linked with air pollution around the world. And there's more air pollution inside the house than outside in most American homes because of all the chemicals we bring in or that are oozing out of our clothing and our bedding and our furniture and our flooring. So unless you're near a manufacturing facility, the air inside your house can be more dangerous than outside. But of course, we do have the traffic in the cities and all kinds of other air pollution. And then water pollution is in the news all the time. Bottled water has been found to contain 24,000 different chemicals, including endocrine disruptors, agricultural runoff, medications from upstream, as well as heavy metals, lead and arsenic. And so you really need to do something about the water as well. So the health trends are affecting the children the most. Obesity rates are over a third. 1 in every 5 adolescents is obese. Less than half of adolescents eat the needed amount of vegetables. Low-income families, of course, have it way worse. And high school children aren't getting the exercise they need, and they don't even feel like it because a lot of them are overweight and undernourished. So what is the answer? It's about taking personal responsibility through self-care. If you leave it to chance, it's not looking good. So you have to be healthy by choice, not by chance. And Nikken advocates active wellness, where you become aware and make choices towards a more successful existence based on paying attention to your health in all 5 pillars. So the certified Nikken Wellness Home addresses all these things: air, water, sleep, light, and nutrition. And it creates an environment, what I call the ultimate wellness environment for well-being, and make healthy choices every day. So surrounding ourselves is with the Nikken products is like creating a greenhouse for humans. It makes perfect sense. So this is a scheme of Nikken products. We have the nutritional and skincare line, the daily energy line. It's phenomenal, just using all those different products, and the water systems and the air also with the environment. We'll talk about that. And the sleep system, which is really the core, because your body restores itself at night, your mind restores itself, the immune system, the muscles, and that 7 or 8 or 9 hours sleep a day makes all the difference. And Nikken's sleep system is absolutely second to none. So we'll talk a little more about it, but the main thing is that Nikken figured out how to restore the natural energy field as if we were living outside, connected with nature. And it wasn't until modern times that we found ways to disconnect ourselves from nature, and we're not getting the magnetic field that helps all living things function better. And also the the charged ions that are in the surface of the earth. We have a grounding pad that you can use at night or during the day. And we also have other technologies in the sleep system, the bioenergetic reflective technology that's in our quilt and our pillow and the pillowcase. And also it's all ergonomically designed for comfort and for breathability, and it's all natural material, so there's no chemicals in your sleep system, even though it meets all the requirements for fire retarding because of the particular natural materials. And it feels like you're sleeping on a cloud. It's wonderful and keeps you perfect temperature all night. And it's extraordinary. And the waterfall stands alone. It's gravity feed. You just fill it with tap water at the top. It filters through that multi-filter column and sits on special stones that alkalize it, and then it goes through magnets. So it does about at least 5 different things that nature does to cleanse and energize water. And then we have a water sport bottle that does all of those things, and you can take it anywhere, and it's actually a biodegradable plastic kind of bottle, so that it lasts for years, and you don't ever have to buy a bottled water again. You can fill this at any municipal tap. It will filter it and energize and alkalize and neutralize the water. And And then when you are done with the bottle, you can actually put it in your garden. There's nothing in there that's toxic to anybody. It doesn't leach any nasty things or anything. And then we also have a shower system that takes out the chlorine, which you breathe if you're in a normal shower. And it also purifies the water. So it's amazing what we can do for the water. And you can drink the best water in the world, and also save the planet by not throwing away plastic bottles that float in the ocean forever and break up and kill fish. The energy pack has the grounding pad underneath. I'm sitting on a Nikken magnetic seat. The insoles were the very first product, and they had the magnetics, and now they're at their 4th generation with patented Dynaflux magnetic buttons that just feed that wonderful magnetic energy right up the body. And then the little rectangle there is designed for the lower back, because half the country, half the world have back problems at some point in their lives. But you can put it anywhere that needs stress reduction, on the chest, the tummy, the lower back, the upper back. I have singers who put it right up where their lungs are to improve their singing, which is wonderful. And then there's the Kenko Touch, which is a pulsated magnetic field that can reduce the stress and relax an area. And then the tapes are a kinetic tape, but it has special bioceramic in it that helps relax the area. And then the little buttons and the rollers are, you can take them anywhere in your purse or pocket and help relax any area that's stressed. And this is a picture of our value packs. Consumers get 10% off if they buy one of these packs, and consultants get their profit plus the 10% off. So it's a very wonderful way to build your wellness home with those 3 packs. And then we have wonderful nutritionals. I studied nutrition and became certified 40 years ago, and I was so excited to see Nikken nutritionals. They really are superior in so many different ways. There's no fillers. It's organically based as much as possible. It's easy to decide which ones to take, because they're properly labeled, so you know what system they're working for, and they're never overdosed. So you can take everything they make. And they have a wonderful matcha tea for just a little pickup, but it doesn't give you any depression after, because it's absorbed naturally into the body. And in the center is our meal replacement powder, which has none of the things you don't want and a million things you don't even know about that are really good for you. And then the Super Siaga is the best of the fruit world, and the green zymes, the jade green zymes, are the best from the vegetable world. So really explore those. And then our True Element skincare is based on sea minerals and really nourishing the skin. It's our biggest organ and our first defense from the environment. And people just love these products, including me. So go for the whole total wellness home and start wherever you want, and become a customer, a part-time entrepreneur, or join us as a full-time entrepreneur, and we can begin your success story. So how do I stop the share? There we go. So it's an amazing, amazing system, and I want to quickly share the new air system, and then we'll talk a little more about our experiences. Here's the air system. There it is. Okay, so this is the KenkoAir purifier, and it's whoops, it's going too fast. All right, but it has HEPA filter. It picks up dust. It picks up heavy metals. There we are. chemical vapors from carpeting, cleaning agents, furniture, and odors from cooking oils and food. If there's poor ventilation in a lot of apartments and even houses, airborne contaminants from outside and inside, pet dander, pollen, mildew, mold, those are huge problems in the East. Water and gas leakage, air conditioning and heating produces artificial and unnatural air, so this actually purifies that air as well. It's truly amazing, and it produces the negative ions that counteract the accumulation of positive ions that can make breathing harder. All HEPA filters aren't the same. The KenkoAir purifier is patented to generate the negative ions, which gives a feeling of being out in the forest or by a lake or by the ocean, rather than closed in with the positive ions accumulating. And the multi-stage filtration captures up to 99.97 of the particles down to 0.3 microns, which is really, really tiny. And the pre-filter is reusable, and actually the whole thing is made of ultimately recyclable materials. And you replace the filters about every 6 months for a typical home. So Nikken is committed to going green in all their products, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And we have Energy Star recognition because we reduce the energy use. The unit uses very, very little energy, and it's ozone-free operation, which is really important because ozone is the main component of smog in our cities, and many air purifiers do emit ozone. Now in California, you're not even allowed to sell an air purifier that emits ozone because of the air pollution problems in California. But this one is saleable in California because it produces the negative ions without producing any ozone. So that's very exciting. So as I said, everything's recyclable, and of course you're reusing your air with a filter, and you can use the unit forever. I have Nikken units I bought 15, I think, almost 15 years ago, and they're still working, still doing their job. So here are the particulars. It's easy to lift. You can move it from room to room. It's just 13 pounds. And it can set automatically. It's very smart. So you can set it to operate automatically, and the fan will speed up if it detects that there are particles in the air, and it'll quiet itself down once it's clear. So it's amazing. And you can also set it to not show any lights while you're sleeping. So that's the KenkoAir, and it's an amazing product, and it's cheaper than most air purifiers and does so many more things. So I have a couple of people on board today, so if any of you would like to share, I'll just say that for me, I didn't have any complaints at all when I started Nikken. I had been doing good nutrition and exercise for over 20 years, and but I had a back accident, and I figured, well, I'll always feel that a little bit when I sit for 3 hours in the car or do gardening or vacuuming. That stresses the back. But with Nikken, even the residual effects of that back injury don't bother me anymore. And what I noticed right away, sleeping on the sleep system, was that my balance improved. I would do a lot of ballroom dancing, and I didn't get off balance anymore when my husband was spinning me. And when I was running, I used to get kind of sore in my thighs, and that stopped happening because the sleep system helps you just recover from any stress in the muscles. And the other thing I noticed was swimming. I swim in the morning, and I realized I didn't get tired. I could swim all day because the Nikken products help your body recover from any kind of fatigue or stress. So you can keep going, gives us more stamina and energy to have a good night's sleep, have everything restored. So that's my story. And the other thing is with my husband, he had had asthma as a child, and he always breathed through his mouth. So it was easier for him to get colds and maybe even flu, although that never happened with his good nutrition after we switched to good nutrition. But he, one time, after about a month sleeping, he woke up, sleeping on the sleep system, he woke up with his mouth closed. And that was the first time in his life. He stopped getting colds, and he was quiet at night. That's what I really benefited there. So that's his story as well. So if either any of you, Dee or Hattiejane, none of you are showing your pretty faces, and Karen Rose, but if one of you would like to share quickly your story, I guess we have another minute or two in our half-hour presentation here. You can unmute yourselves and share if you like. Dee, thank you.
Hi, yes, so I'm a nurse by background, and 11 years ago when I was introduced to Nikken by a friend who said, is it okay if I tell you something that I have found? And when I asked her why, she said, because you're always tired. And I had sleep issues for 15 or 20 years. I also had a lot of back issues from an old car accident. And I was working many hours a week, and I was urgent to feel better. So once I was introduced and learned a little bit more, I got many things right away because I felt like I didn't want to waste a day if I could start feeling better in a safe, economical, non-medical, non-invasive kind of way that was natural. It made sense to me to try that first because I worked with a lot of folks who within our wonderful Western medicine model that's so terrific for emergency medicine and trauma, but for some other situations, the go-to is pharmaceuticals or surgery. And I saw where that wasn't always working for people. In fact, they were getting worse. So I jumped on board, and I started feeling better, having more energy, sleeping well. And when the bone health pack came out, I started taking that because I had bone density issues as well. And I've been in the normal range ever since. I don't have to worry about side effects. And it's been a wonderful gift to me. Thank you.
Wow, thanks, Dee. That's great. We hear so many wonderful stories with Nikken. Hattiejane, did you want to just another minute share your story?
Well, I'll share a part of it. I've been around, I was introduced, as you were, many years ago when we didn't have, the air hadn't been introduced yet. So my experience was similar to your husband's with the seat cushion and the pillow. And I was absolutely amazed and shocked and delighted. So that was with using the technology of the magnets and the technology of the sun that was in the pillow. Then as time progressed and I checked out the company more, even calling from the East Coast to the West Coast to see if this trainer was a true trainer or was this a marketing gimmick, because I'd never heard of the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not a sports person, so didn't even know they were a team. But found out through, he was a distributor. He did find our products extremely helpful. And I've been on board ever since. And so when the air treatment came out, I happened to be in a crisis because of being exposed to something that was very caustic to my lungs. And I healed 3 times faster than was expected. So that's why I really love Nikken.
That's awesome. And I want to mention that, you know, we 3 women here, but we have lots and lots of men, but this is a really wonderful opportunity. There's no glass ceiling, and we have lots of young people and middle people, retired people. It's an opportunity for anyone to get feeling better and staying youthful, and also earning an extra income or even having a whole new career. It's truly magnificent. So thank you, ladies, so much for sharing, and please get back with the person who pointed you to this video and check it out. Try the products. You don't know how good you can feel until you're using Nikken products. And it's an opportunity like no other. So thank you so much for joining us.